Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good afternoon. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could join me this Monday afternoon, February 26th, 2024. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to change the financial trajectory of your life by teaching you how to currency trade using our simple but highly predictive proprietary indicators. I've been trading with them for 4 years. And they have been a godsend to me, and I think they could be a godsend to you. And I want to show you how they work. So with that, let's jump right in, and we first need to listen to this guy, and we'll get going.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the things that differentiates us is we will, once you move forward with our coaching, we'll be working with you for a year. And it is about continuous improvement and getting constant feedback and instruction. And we do the feedback in a couple different ways. We've got videos that do teaching, but we think the most powerful and effective way to teach someone is with personalized one-on-one coaching, where somebody who knows what they're doing is going to share with you what they know, and that becomes the most efficient, effective way to learn. And in addition to that one-on-one coaching, we do live trades like this every day, noon, tomorrow morning at 6:30, and Thursday morning at 6:30. Then I also do an overnight trade setup, which is an incredibly simple trade. Takes about less than 5 minutes, and it is accurate 90% of the time. We will do that at the end of this trade. The trade I'm going to do right now is one of the strategy is one that we use during the day. So it is this constant coaching with somebody who knows what they're doing is going to make the difference. Now, I like to work off of a checklist, and that checklist helps me stay focused. It has been proven in research to help you perform better. I do it because I know that I forget things now, and this just helps keep me focused. So every day, good habit, restart your green chart. Picks up any, clears out the memory and picks up any new updates that they've done. Again, going back to that part of continuous improvement is you set a goal and you move toward it, but you need to constantly be evaluating where you're at versus how you're progressing toward that goal and make corrections. One of the corrections you make as a trader is when a trade doesn't go your way, trying to figure out why, so that you don't continue to repeat the same mistake. A lot of people are taught techniques, but they don't know the right situation to use them, or when it hasn't gone wrong, when it has gone wrong, why it's gone wrong, what information can I pick up that I won't keep repeating the same mistakes. With our simulator, you can go back to the exact time and minute that you took the trade and see what our charts were showing you, and kind of backtrack off of that to figure out what it was that didn't quite go right. We are technical traders. We're trading based on the price action. Currency, there are patterns there, and our indicators are very good at picking up the patterns and the directions of the move. And if you can pick up the patterns and the direction of the move, you can make money. However, news does impact currency prices, and we want to know what that news is so that we can trade around it. And one of the best places to get that news is forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into kind of 3 categories. Yellow, which is low impact. I generally don't worry about those. Orange, which is medium impact. I don't worry about those, but you can. And red, which is high impact. And right now, the next high impact item we have coming up is tomorrow morning on the US dollar. Any trade that we take right now will be closed well before this. So we've got kind of a clean slate here. So let's go ahead and see what we have for trades. The trade I am going to do is something called the 10-point trade signal. Actually, I'm going to use 2 different trade signals. On the first part, I'm going to go with this 10-point trade signal. The 10-point trade signal, I take it off of a 1-hour chart. I'd like to be at least 30 minutes into the chart, which we are. And on a 1-hour chart, a trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. My sweet spot is 11 pips. If I can carve out 11 pips 3 times a day, I am doing terrific. And you'll see, if you look at my trade results, I'm usually trading a lot size of 10. That makes each pip worth $100, and you'll see my trades are around $1,100. That's what I'm looking for, and I'm trying to get in and get out and on to the next trade. And if I do 3 a day, I am terrific. And the theory behind this trade is that I am looking for all the lines to be lined up in a certain direction. And when they are, that is a good trade. The chart, when we get all 3 sections in agreement, that's a high probability trade. So the chart I am trading off of is the Light 6 Major, which is one of the standard charts. It is a composite chart. It is showing me 6 different currency pairs. On this first chart, they're all US based. We start with the middle section of the chart, and which we call the majors and minors. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. The red and green line is the major indicator. This horizontal red line is the oversold line. So I'm looking for situations where we are oversold and the lines are going up like they were here, and I want to ride that up through the channel. Now, we missed this. I looked at this an hour ago as I was getting ready to do the trade. In fact, I was getting so ready to do the trade, I went to my confirmation stage, get it all teed up. This 6-2, we got 6 pips so far. This might have been a little further down when I was looking at it. So we've missed this one this morning. We've missed this one. This is a little late. I don't like it. Let's come on here. There are 3 things I'm looking for. 1, we're oversold. So that means the lines have started below the red line. 2, they're all going up, which they are. And 3, what I call the double cross. The green line is crossed over the red, and the gray line's crossed over the black, which we have. I also like that all the lines are clustered, but now we have gone all the way from oversold to overbought. Can we get 11 pips taking a buy trade when we're overbought? overbought is above this blue line. Yes, you can. It's just not part of my trade strategy. I want things where I can get in and get out quickly. And quickly to me is 1 to 3 hours. So this is past. Euro USD. We've turned in the middle of the channel and we're more than halfway, so we're going to pass. Pound USD, we're reaching overbought, so no. Dollar, Canadian dollar are reaching oversold. Everybody's going down, so no. Dollar, Swiss franc, more than halfway. Everything's clustered though, so this is nice. And dollar, yen, majors are going down. Minors have kind of started to go sideways, and we're just reaching overbought. So nothing here. Last hour, we might have. I would have probably taken this trade. I didn't because it's toward the end of the day. It's morning time in Australia, so it would have been okay. But I wanted to wait and take a trade with you all, so I didn't take it, and I kind of made my money for the day. Generally, I like to trade in the morning. I do the afternoon session because some people aren't available in the morning. So I tend to be picky on what I'm going to take because it's a lot more work if you have to work out of a hole. If you've taken a bad trade and you need to work out of it. So I'd rather take less trades and trades that are winning. So I've cloned this chart and I've got 6 more pairs, and these are non-USD pairs. Euro, pound, all the lines going down, basically oversold. Australian dollar, yen. This is kind of this Australian dollar is pushing up. Oversold, everybody's going up. Double cross, good steepness on the green line. Lines are clustered, which is a plus, but we're reaching overbought. So no. Euro Canadian dollar, oversold going down. Australian New Zealand dollar, again, overbought going up. Are reaching overbought. The miners are overbought. I'm not as keen. I don't really care where the position of the miners are. I am interested on where the green line is in respect to the channel. So even though the miners have run through the channel, that's not concerning. I'm concerned about the green line is touching the blue line here. Pound yen. Oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross. Green is on top. Gray is on top. We are less than halfway, so that's okay. We have a little kink in the line where we're going from less steep to more steep, so I like that. So 3 points here. So then I'm going to jump up to my TNTs when I have 3 points here and count how many points I have up here. And each of these lines is measuring something different at a different speed. So the 2 orange lines are going up, telling me buy. Dotted blue is coming down. The blue line's inversely related. So when blue comes down, that means buy. So 3 of the 4 lines here are telling me buy. I want at least 3 of the 4 lines telling me buy. So now I'm going to jump down to my TNTs, and I want these lines going up, or I want the green line on top. Here I have sideways pressure. What makes it sideways is the green line is going up, but the red line is coming down. So that's sideways. And we get this big gap, which is kind of weak. We might come back and look at this, even though we don't have the classic setup. But the pound yen, I want to see if we have a classic setup here or a better setup before deciding whether even though the red line is going down, the green line is going up. We could gather more information on it. But let's see what else if we've got something that has all the elements I'm looking for. Oversold going down, so nothing there. Again, a clone of 6 more. Canadian dollar yen, we've been overbought now for, what is it, 7 hours, going up, and it's kind of been in a channel here. So overbought going up, we're not interested. Euro New Zealand dollar, more than halfway, going down. Pound New Zealand dollar. Ooh. Everybody's going up. Double cross. Good steepness on the green line. So we've got 3 points here. 2 orange lines going up, 2 blue lines coming down. So we've got all 4 telling me buy, and I have up pressure here. So this is better than what we saw with the pound yen. So it's morning time in New Zealand, and so this is a trade we can stick. And why is it important that it's morning time? Because I'm trading off of a 1-hour chart. And it should be 14 hours. What time is it in New Zealand? New Zealand. So 14 hours puts us at 6. What? Wellington, 9:49. Why am I off? I thought it was 12 hours. Huh. All right. Well, we'll that's weird. What time is it in Auckland? Now it's bothering me that I thought I knew this off the top of my head. 9:47. That is strange. Anyways, all right. Well, let's keep going. So it's morning time in New Zealand, so we can take this. So once I see my setup, 3 points here, 4 points here, 1 point here. So that's 8 points. I want to confirm the setup. And how I am going to confirm the setup is I want to look at the 2 and the 4 hour. So NZD, Great Britain pound, NZD. And so my confirmation is I am very interested in getting the direction right. So I want the 2 hour to be oversold and the 4 hour to be oversold. So this is almost oversold. It touched and started to turn. I would prefer it to have gone all the way down. So I might accept this, but this clearly I can't accept. What is this telling me on the 4 hour chart? It's telling me everything's going down. So this doesn't agree with this. I want this to be oversold. If this were oversold, if for some reason this signal weakens or changes, I will still pick up the trade, because if this is oversold and this is oversold, it's going up eventually. It's just a matter of how long it's going to take. It's going to take longer. I'm not going to get my trade within that 1 to 3 hour time window. And that's what I'm looking for. I want to get in and get out. So here, I don't have agreement. So nice setup here, but I don't have the elements I need on my confirmation. So I am going to pass. See what else we have. New Zealand yen, we've got disagreement between the majors and minors. Majors coming down, minors going up. New Zealand USD, we're reaching overbought. Euro, Swiss franc, everybody's coming down, and we're just about reaching oversold. Again, I want to catch it up here and ride it down through. And I caught this when it turned. We're looking at, well, so far 5 pips. But as I said, it usually takes 1 to 3 hours for that to go through the channel and get that. So let's look at our 4th chart. And Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Oversold. Everybody's going up. 2 orange lines. So I got 3 points here. I got good steepness on the green line. Lines are somewhat clustered. Got a little kink in the line here. The green line going from less steep to more steep. So that's a positive. 2 orange lines going up. Dotted blue coming down. So 3 of the 4 here. And I've got very weak down pressure. What makes it weak is the slope of the lines, but I have the green line on top, so that's a plus. So 1 point here, 3 points here, 3 points here, so that's 7 points. So now let's go ahead. In Australia, we've already decided it's morning time. Australia CAD, so that's okay. We want to take a buy. So let's again go back and see what's happening on my 2 and my 4 hour chart. So AUD, CAD. All right, oversold, going up. It doesn't need to be going up, but it's good that it is. Oversold, green lines going up. Really, it's kind of sideways. So I have what I want here and here. Now the question is, what's the trade worth? And to figure out what the trade is worth, I'm going to call up a clean chart. And we have an AUD, CAD. AUD, CAD. And I want to know a couple things. One, what the trend is. Trend, we get an uptrend here. And we're taking a buy, which is consistent with the trend. We might argue that it's breaking out of this channel here, but I'm going to call it an uptrend for now. Then I want to know where the support and resistance are. And support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. So I'm going to draw this in. Stopping right in here, stopping in here, stopping in here, stopping in here, stops in here, here, kind of over here. And I am going to trade within that channel of where the candles seem to naturally stop. And on the Euro USD, these are about 30 pips apart. So you can see it's stopping in here and here, stopped over here, over here, over here, stopping in here. So let's just look at this a little better. And we're going to open it up a little bit more so it's easier to read. So 88.29 to 88.41. So this is only really 11 pips. We could probably... Usually, the support and resistance could be a little bit more than that, but it looks like there is a little stopping spot, a natural stopping spot. So I could either go to this side of it or this side of it. So 88.29 to 88.52. So that's 20 pips. You could even really argue. We got another one here. It seems to be stopping. So then I want to know how much room I have from where we're at to that next line. So 7 pips. 7 pips up and 4 pips down. I'm thinking. All right, so we're trading with the trend. Let's go back and look at it one more time. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a buy. You can take it in your simulator, or if you're using MetaTrader 4, we can take it in MetaTrader 4. This is a demo account. And we want to Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. I don't have that up here, so I'm going to go to File, New Chart. And it's going to probably be down in this third group, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar right here. I convert this to the same chart I'm looking at, which is a 1 hour chart. So the candles look the same. And I am going to go to New Order. Now this account has $11,364. As I said, it's a demo account. I can, the rule of thumb for figuring out your lot size, move the decimal place over 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1.33 or 1.34. I can take anywhere from half of that to double that. And since we're going to be taking another trade in a minute, I'm going to just go with moving the decimal place over 4. So I've moved it over 4. I'm going to take a market buy. I'm going to right click on this, go to close order or go to modify order. And I'm going to take 7.4 pips. 7.4 pips is 74 points. I just move the decimal place over. I'm going to use a 3-to-1 on this. So 75. I need a calculator since we don't have round numbers. So 74 times 3 is going to be 222. 222. That's 22 pips. So if I click the little blue button here, it does the math for me. If I click the little red button, it's going to do the math for me. Then I'm going to click modify. It drops in my support and resist. Drops in my take profit, my stop loss. And actually, I want to just go back and take a look at. I want to just take a look and see where my support line was. So the support line was at 88,414, 88,414, 88,405. So we're just under the support line. So you can see here's the take profit line with respect to this candle. And here, the support line's right on top of this candle. So we're just on the inside of this, this resistance line. So that's kind of where I want to be. Usually, I don't like to take a trade for less than 10 pips. But we're going to take this one because you guys have tuned in, and I want to show you how the indicators work, and this is a good setup. So with that, now I am changing gears. I am changing gears. And what do I mean by changing gears? I'm going to use a different signal. Now, this is a very simple signal. It takes 3 minutes to do. However, you can only do it at this time of day. It's got to be after 4 p.m. Eastern time. After 4 p.m. Eastern time, we have 1 hour left in the trading day. 1 hour left in the trading day. The new day starts at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And we are going to take this trade off of what's going on the day chart, on the day chart. And this trade works on both the Euro USD and the pound yen. So here we're on the Euro USD. I look at what the green line on the major indicator is doing. Green line is 3/4 of the way through the channel going up. So green line going up means buy. Can't get simpler than that. I confirm it by looking at what's happening on the 12-hour chart. 12-hour chart is just touching overbought. Green line's going up kind of steeply. Buy. It's confirming the buy I see here. And lastly, I want to confirm it with the 8-hour. 8 hours telling me buy. So buy, buy, buy. In this case, I don't use these other three, but it's buy across the board. Everybody's saying buy. So we're going to go ahead and take a buy on the Euro USD for 11 pips. So I go to new order. I'm going to keep my lot size the same. When I take this new trade, you'll see my margin will go from 3,000%. It'll go to about 1,000%. So I'm going to do buy, and I want to keep this margin at around 1,000% over here. So market buy, it records it. You see it brought it down to about 1,000. So I can have 2 open trades with that lot size. A right click, go to modify. This trade is going to be worth 11 pips, which is 110 points. I just add an extra 0. Click my little blue button. It does the math for me. And here we're going to use a little over a 3. And for some reason, those extra couple pips make a difference in how frequently we get stopped out, and makes the percentage for this trade work. So we're going to use a 35 pip stop loss. Again, I click the red button. It does the math. Type it in, and here we go. So I'm going to read this back to you. So on the, you know what? I'm going to read it all back to you once we get all the trades in. Let's just see if we've got a trade on the pound yen. All right, overbought. Green line's going up though, so that's telling me buy. On the 12-hour, overbought. Green line's going up, not quite as steep as we have here, telling me buy. On the 8-hour, however, green line's going down. I want all 3 of these lines going up. So I'm not going to take a trade on this. We're going to pass on this for today. So we took 2 trades. One is the overnight trade. This overnight trade I'm going to expect to close between 9 p.m. tonight Eastern time and 3 a.m. If the trade is still open when you wake up tomorrow morning at 5:30 or 6 o'clock, you needed to take action to make a correction. So we took a buy on the Euro USD with a take profit of 1.08618. That's a take profit of 1.08618 and a stop loss of 1.08158. Stop loss of 1.08158. We also took a trade on the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, a buy with a take profit of 0.88405, 0.88405, and a stop loss of 0.88113. 0.88113. On this trade, I expect it to close within 4 hours. 4 hours. Normally, I say 1 to 3 hours, but we were hitting the time between 5 and 6 o'clock is a dead zone. So I don't count that as an hour. So 4 hours. So we took 2 trades tonight. One using our the 10-point signal on the 1 hour chart with the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. And then we took the overnight trade on the Euro USD using the day chart. And basically, it's a modified version of the 10-point trade where we're just looking at what that green line is. And if we get confirmation on that green line on the 12 and 8 hour chart, that's money in the bank. So couldn't be simpler than this. If you want to learn to trade, we can teach you, and we are so confident that we'll let you trade with our money once we've taught you. So you can't get a better guarantee than that. That's how sure we are how well this works. If you got any questions, you can reach me. Best way is to just get on my calendar. You can try calling me, but I'm hard to get a hold of. It's just go to forexsmarttrade.com/schedule, forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. We'll see you here tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Thanks so much for joining me. It is an honor that you guys tune in and watch this. All right. Thanks so much. See you tomorrow.